So the job of a healer, which everybody should know, is to heal the team. That's the whole job of a healer, is to heal the team. So number one, analyze your surroundings. You have to analyze your surroundings, bro. You have to make sure that when you heal somebody, it's effective. You know what I mean? As far as in, is it benefiting that person and yourself by healing this person? Give an example. So if you trying to heal somebody and they're on a 1 in 3, that's not beneficial. You can try to heal them, but they go die anyway. And now you're putting yourself in danger. And now you putting your team at a disadvantage, because if you die, then what? You know what I mean? So if you die, then your whole team had to suffer because you died. And you the most valuable person on the team. I can argue you the most valuable person on the team because you're the healer. So you the one that keeps the team alive. Don't randomly just let me go ahead and put myself in a dangerous position. So for example, you don't go somewhere with your head down. You don't walk anywhere blinded, right? So why would you do that on the game? Why would you walk into a situation blindly while analyzing your surroundings? You don't know what's going on. You don't know if you at an advantage or disadvantage. You gotta use common sense, bro. Like if it's 1v3, get out of there. If it's beneficial, then do it. Heal the person if it's beneficial. If it's not benefiting you or the person, do not do it. Just go back to your team. And I'm talking for like flanks and damage characters that goes out there and the whole purpose of them is to go take out the other team. Keep them from getting the payload. So I'm talking about siege, right? But I mean, it's siege, payload, and it's onslaught, right? Keep them from catching the point on onslaught, catch them getting the payload, catch them from getting the payload on siege. So like, it's the same thing, bro. Unless you're playing team deathmatch, then you go do whatever. I mean, it'd still be beneficial for you to heal the team though. If you're playing as a healer in all areas, bro. Even when you're playing a new mode, bro, you have to heal your team. So always analyze situations. Don't put yourself in danger for no reason, bro. Don't sacrifice yourself for no reason. It just makes no sense. You shouldn't be sacrificing yourself anyway. You know what I mean? Like, you the healer. If everybody dies on the team, you retreat, bro. You retreat until they respond back. Don't try to go out there and be Rambo, bro, because that's not gonna work as a healer. Like, you probably can take out 3 people, but they still got 2 more people you gotta take out, you know? So no matter how good you is on a 1v1, but 1v4, you know what I mean? Like, that's not ideal, right? Like 9 times out of 10, you will die. And for what? Rule number 2, don't play like a bot, bro. If a team go to the left or the right, go to the left or the right. Like, follow your team. Do not just try to go solo. If you want to go solo, they got solo games for solo, right? If you want to play solo, you can play, other games. But any team-based game, you cannot play solo, bro. You have to be aware of your surroundings. Rule number 1. Rule number 2, you can't play like a bot. So you can't just go out there and just sit there by the front line all day. You can't just sit on the side all day. Like, you have to heal your team. So heal the flanks, heal the damage characters. If it's beneficial. If it's not beneficial, don't worry about it. Just let them take that loss. You got a whole team to worry about, right? So at first, playing as a healer, I didn't think that being a healer was stressful. I really didn't think that, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a healer. I'm kind of laid back, so I'm just healing, and I don't have to do that much work. But being a healer is a lot of work because you got to work your ass off to keep your team alive. Like, you're not supposed to be making no dumb decisions, but you gonna always have a person in your team that's gonna make a dumb decision. And they gonna think they can do a 1v3. And it's like, no, bro. And then they gonna say, I need healing. You want me to heal you and you go die. Then I'ma die. Then they put our team at a disadvantage for one person. I'd rather sacrifice that one person to save the team. Point blank. Like, so if you that type of person that go out there and it's a 1v3, so it's you versus 3 people, like, bro, I'm gonna let you go ahead and meet your end. I'm going back to the team. So yeah, they do have people like that, but they don't know what they're doing. Or they thinking they Rambo or something. Like, I don't understand that. Like, bro, this is not that type of game. If you playing, like, if you want to play a game like that, go play Devil May Cry. Like, that's a 1-player game, bro. You can go out and take out enemies. You 1 versus 1,000 millions of enemies, That's what it's made for. Like, cool. But we playing a team-based game. This is not happening, bro. Rule number 3, think before you react. Don't just react for the sake of reacting, right? Always think about what you're doing before you do it. So, like I said, don't put yourself at disadvantage. Always put yourself in a good position. Heal your team. If the front line don't need healing, if the other players on the team don't need healing, but you got, say, 3 people. 3 people don't need healing. So why would you be around them? Go to the people that actually need healing, right? So if you got 2 people, flanks and damage characters that's going out there, go with them. Because the other team is good. So go with them and heal them as needed. But if they lose that fight, then retreat back to your team before the enemy get there and go ahead and stay by your team. You always have to think before you react, because if you're just reacting just to react, bro, that's not being efficient as a healer. So yeah, always make sure you're in a good position. Do not do stupid stuff, bro. Like I say, stay with your team unless your team is good. If they good, whoever's going out there damaging flanks, stay with them. So y'all be able to cover more ground, right? And be more at an advantage instead of a disadvantage. Rule number 5, man, use ults. I see healers that do not use ults at all, bro. Using ults will benefit you and your team. Use them. That's why you have them. Use ults. You gotta know what ult to use, like Ceres. Ceres ult is a good ult. So use the ult and then drag the whole team. You know, if they in that circle, you can drag them all in there and stun them while your team output damage. You got Ying. Her ult is to give y'all immunity for like what, 3 to 5 seconds, something like that. So hers is good, right? Hers is good for spamming. And then you have IO ult. And the purpose of her ult is to push the whole enemy team, right? So you use her ult when it's beneficial for you and your team. If the opposing team is on the payload, go and use her ult, because you can use her ult and push everybody back that's in the way. You know, if you see, if they all gathered together and they're trying to capture the payload or trying to capture the point, if you playing team deathmatch and you see they front line is by a cliff, go and use her ult, push them straight off the cliff. You know, because he had the most health. So you get him out the way, you're doing your team a favor. You know, if there are many people that's by the cliff, you go and use your ult and push all of them off the cliff. That's what IO ult is used for. Pushing the enemy team back, off the payload, off the point, or off the cliff. So let's go over it, man. The 5 steps, bro. Analyze your surroundings. Don't play like a bot. Think before you react. And use your ult. That's 4, not 5, my bad. So these are 2 items to use. If you want to be more effective as a support character, then use Chronos and use morale boost. If this video helped you in any type of way, man, give it a thumbs up. If you agree or disagree, leave it down in comments. Let me know. And you already know what this is, JYMIC Games, man. And if nobody told you love you, it's no JY love you. And I'm out.